All right, we should be live on YouTube, Discord, and Twitter now. So thank you everyone for joining. I will post the link to YouTube on here. We definitely want people to see us on YouTube as we will be demoing stuff. So, and raise your hand if some audio or video is not working. Definitely. Raise your hand there and we'll. But thank you everyone for joining. Okay, so yep, that is working. Here, I will post the link here in the community AMA channel. Okay, I see it's not there, so I'll just post it in general. Our live stream is up now here. Also on Discord and Twitter. Yeah, it's actually pretty hard to go live across all these, so thank you all for being patient. We're doing our best. And yeah, I see 50 people listening first 2 minutes, so that's pretty good. We'll give people a chance to trickle in. This will also be recorded. Seems like the video is somewhat spazzing out, but definitely let us know here. I see there's no... Okay, here you go. We'll go back to the AMA questions one. We are live here, and we will answer questions here in text. Okay, awesome. So we have several questions this week, so thank you all for joining. We also have a few demos and some alpha to drop. I guess it won't be alpha anymore once it's dropped, but just being transparent on our roadmap and what we're working on. So trying to bring everyone along here. So, oh, the video lags. Yeah, that might be internet. So, oh, the blinks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's much I can do about it right now. It's probably just not enough compute power, something with the connections, but take it as a glitch in the matrix, it'll make it somewhat fun to watch later. But yeah, we'll continue improving this. We might need better tech for the live streams, but just keep coming. It'll make them more interesting every time, and thank you all for joining. It's cool to see people already in the YouTube, putting in the chat, Discord, Twitter. Let me just make sure everyone there is good. We're not getting weird stuff there. Someone flag it to me in Discord or Telegram, I guess, if it is not working, but it seems like everything's working. So, all right, let's do it. Awesome. So I'm just gonna screen share questions here. Given if you're on YouTube, you can see them. Otherwise, I'll just post them here and then copy paste them into Discord just for everyone to be able to see them. So again, this is a living, breathing live broadcast. So be patient with me if things go wrong. But a lot to juggle as a producer and entertainer here. But awesome. Okay. Let me post these questions here in the chat and then I'll go into them. So the first one, where does Pontem not connect to the Martian Aptos wallet? So yeah, that's a good question. We'll definitely be supporting all wallets and all connectors. The most popular wallets in the ecosystem will definitely be supported. We want to make sure we're open, open source, open to anyone. Right now we are using the front end to test our own integrations and make them secure and efficient. There is some vulnerabilities in the front end and connecting to different wallets. So potentially we might wait until there's some audited standards to put together like wallet adapters, for example, or even other wallets that may not be audited yet, just to protect users. But definitely want to make it open. Once there are standards on the front end integrations, essentially, once there's standards in the front end integrations, it should be easier to just integrate all the wallets. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Recently there's definitely been some hacks in wallets, so we're just trying to be cognizant of that and being, as you all know, you probably know, recently there was a hack in a Solana wallet where essentially private keys were being leaked through some libraries or integrations that the wallets were using. So not all wallets are safe. Do your own research, make sure that what you're using is audited. Don't upload your private key to other wallets unless you know for sure that it's audited. And then just be careful out there, and we will make sure that we can keep you as safe as possible and make sure that everything we're posting in our front end has been audited and that you're safety is one of our main priorities, so definitely want to make sure that we're being conservative there. Okay, next question is, there's many junk coins. Yes, there definitely is. So what do we do about it? Let me post here the answer in the chat. So yeah, we definitely know this is an issue. Liquid swap is going to be fully permissionless. So however, similar to Curve, there will be whitelists for gauges. This is something that's not going to be ready for V1. We're looking at ways to, again, protect users. So on the front end, we'll likely do a whitelist, but it is fully permissionless. We can't really stop people from creating their own pools. But what we can do is on the front end, similar to Uniswap or similar to Curve, just whitelist the ones that generally have deep liquidity, are the canonical assets or the Aptos token, so you're not easily getting rugged or scammed. So that's definitely a concern. We care for the user, especially in our front end, so we'll make sure that what gets posted there in the front end is generally safe. We're going to be very conservative on this, and then over time transition some of this stuff, like the whitelisting of the gauges, for example, over to governance, again, once it's safe enough. So just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, definitely a concern though. This is a really good point. I would say this is probably the best question. So Nina, if you're out there listening, let's mark this one as the winner. We want to make sure people are safe. These are fully permissionless protocols. They're supposed to be censorship resistant and act without any individual party being able to censor it. So that's how it works on the back end. But then on the front end, we can have trusted front ends where people can access knowing that they're not going to get rugged in there. And if more exotic assets do pop up, just be very careful. As this question points out, there's many junk ones that can be doing malicious things. So definitely keep stay safe out there. Do your own research. So who are some of your most important partners? This is definitely a very good one. So here, let me post this in the chat. So we are definitely working closely with Aptos as it is publicly announced. They've been really helpful on technical support specifically. It's been really, really useful to be able to go to them, just say, hey, this thing isn't working. Hey, this thing is a dependency for us. Can you help us? So that we can continue building our product. And it's been really helpful, and so far has been a really fruitful partnership. We're looking at doing partnerships with others in the ecosystem. I won't drop too much alpha there. Those details are still being worked out, and we want to make sure that the announcements are in tandem as we're doing this. But yes, we'll definitely want to partner and integrate with other protocols, enable that through front ends. Again, this stuff is fully permissionless. Anybody can plug into the protocols. But these partnerships for promotion on front ends and potentially incentives to drive adoption across protocols, we'll be looking to do. Our main consideration is safety. Again, we want to make sure that who we're working with and the products that we're allowing to be in our front end are as safe as possible, that they're double, triple audited if possible. Just security is the main concern here. We just want to work with everyone that is safe. If there's like too many dependencies or too many risks, then potentially, we might not go that route. We're trying to be super conservative, especially given all the recent hacks and everything that's going on in the ecosystem. I think people really will appreciate conservative. There will definitely be other opportunities for you to get access to more exotic assets. We're thinking of, again, deploying like a canary network or a separate application where it can be fully permissionless, and people can just fork and use that as they wish. Again, these are fully permissionless protocols. What we can control is some of the integrations on the front end, and we'll definitely be whitelisting what is safe, what we deem safe, but just watch out because these are fully permissionless. Anybody can plug in and create malicious tokens, malicious interfaces, front ends too, so be careful there. And look out. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of builders here in the Aptos ecosystem. So it's definitely going to be cool to partner with the ones that are upcoming. And we've been talking to like liquid staking derivatives, lend borrow protocols, stable coins, over collateralized stable coins. All of these are definitely on our radar. Keep an eye out during these we might bring on board some of them to do interviews and just kind of like tell you about their products on these forums. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah. But no official partnerships yet. You know, mainnet is coming, right? Q3. So we'll definitely look to see where we're best integrated there by mainnet. Everything will come quickly, but definitely keep an eye out there, and you'll stay updated. Okay. So what's your goal in terms of volume and monthly active users on the DEX in the short term? Okay. So here's a question. All right, we're definitely aiming to offer the best integrated experience that we can within our swaps and wallets. I think just by creating really good products and allowing people to really like the products, have them be sticky, should ideally be incentive enough to drive adoption, word of mouth, acquisition, and also retention, which is important. So we'll be focusing on product experience as our number one priority. And then there are various other strategies to drive awareness, to drive acquisition, to drive retention. A lot of these from traditional tech and growth marketing strategies. So definitely keep an eye out for those. We can share more details on it as we announce different programs, different marketing programs, acquisition strategies. So yeah, just keep an eye out for those announcements. All this stuff is being worked out, and as we prepare it and make it ready, we'll just announce it all in tandem. And yeah, but keep an eye. We'll definitely look to be driving usage and acquisition and adoption and retention on all these products. And but the best thing you can do for us is just helping us essentially make them better. So yeah, help us out there, and yeah, that will definitely be really useful for us. Okay, next question. Okay, so for many non-crypto users, interacting with many UI, UX of the platform, it's a tough task. How will Pontem try to make it more interactive, and is there a Pontem Network mobile app? So yeah, definitely UI and UX is a big area of focus for us. Our designers are, I think, really good. Hopefully you've had a chance to look through our products, look through our docs, look through our website, and see that they are really focused on user-centric design, making sure things are intuitive as you're navigating through these. So yeah, definitely kudos to our designers, Roma, Ilya, Ivan, everyone that's working on this. So thank you so much. And yeah, that's going to be a big area of focus. Actually, a big help is for you to give us feedback on that design and how it's working out for you. So definitely give us feedback. Let us know how it's working out. This definitely helps us improve the UI and the UX. Let's see. Yeah, one area of focus here, which I think will be differentiated against others, is the developer experience. So how do we wrap the APIs? What are some of the more common use cases that you create on the wrappers? Right, so people can do common link transactions, for example, similar to some products that allow you to put various transactions into one to save on gas and just a link, and then we can abstract that away into APIs, make it accessible for users. And yeah, I think if we create really good APIs and really good documentation around it, it'll enable more integrations, enable more utility that are more custom, potentially add in some more tooling like drag and drop functionality. If you're taking a look at Pontem blocks, that's somewhat similar product where you kind of like have a little bit more customization based on developer tooling that exists to link together transactions. But yeah, we believe this is an area for innovation, area for opportunity. So we're also going to be focusing very deeply into the developer experience for our products. I think this is where you win, not just the front end user experience, but also on the integrations. If you make that really simple for people, if you provide really great support and really great APIs, then developers will come and build more on your product. It'll drive trading volume, velocity of the money. So yeah, excited for that to be coming, and give us feedback on all this. Forgot to post this one. We're definitely working on a mobile app. Actually, why not do a demo here? Let me do that now. So cool. Yeah, we're definitely working on a mobile app. So this is a little bit of alpha. This hasn't been released before. So take a look in the YouTube live stream if you're not connected there. We will be showing it there, and there will also be a replay. But let's see the demo. So this is the mobile wallet. Keep in mind, still very early stages, but it should be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for this. And again, probably a lot of bugs as you're seeing through this demo, but this is some of the alpha and transparency and how we're working in public here. So keep an eye out for this. It's coming soon. Mobile wallet for sure. Likely to be the first one on Aptos, which is cool. And yeah, definitely mobile is a part of this user experience that is definitely very necessary. So if you're on Discord or if you're on Twitter, please go into the YouTube, as that's where we're showcasing the wallet, the mobile wallet. I think if someone from our community can just post that on Twitter in case people don't have the link, that would be awesome. If not, keep an eye out for the recording. This will definitely be reposted. But yeah, let us know what you think. The mobile wallet will be coming soon. Likely the extension will be delivered soon, but we're aiming to have this live definitely by the beginning of mainnet. So definitely keep an eye out, and yeah, talk soon on this. Talk soon more on this. So, okay. Back to the questions. So when are the next updates coming out? There's constant problems with the seed phrases. Yeah. So we're definitely aware about the seed phrases. It's more so a dependency and a function of being on DevNet. We're testing a lot of things out. It's meant to be buggy. But definitely when mainnet is live, the seed phrase resets won't be happening. There's just a lot of bugs as we're going through this. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it. We're not doing any airdrops on those addresses. So, these are somewhat dependencies also on third parties, like the indexer sometimes being down. So just keep in mind that, all these bugs will be ironed out by mainnet, especially the seed phrase one. That's definitely not going to be happening. Until then, we're just, constantly pushing out updates, making iterative improvements upon all the products that we're building. So definitely give us feedback on this, and give us feedback on this as it will be coming out live soon, and it'll just continue improving until we're ready for mainnet. So keep an eye out for that, and definitely no seed phrase issues there when we're live there. Let me post this in the Discord so people have access. Okay, so are we ever going to be able to buy any token directly from the wallet with Fiat? Yeah, so this is definitely a very common use case. It's also a dependency on some of the big providers, like on and off ramp providers like MoonPay and Wire. These definitely exist. I am not sure entirely on when they will be ready, but I believe they're definitely going to be various of this. So when they are ready for Aptos, we'll definitely be doing on and off ramp integrations. We're also looking at more creative ways to connect tokens to Fiat, potentially through like your Google or Apple wallet. So keep an eye out for that. No promises there, but something we're definitely researching and exploring. But yeah, on and off ramps are important. Putting that in the wallet is very important. That's people's main entry point. So definitely want to make sure that's supported. And give us feedback on other areas that you might want to look at. Okay, so I am an experienced developer and ethical hacker. You have plans for a hackathon? Yes. Okay. So definitely have plans for hackathons. We will likely join others first. We're kind of heads down building, but in the future, we definitely want to host more hackathons and incentivize more people to build on our products. We're also working with third-party bounty programs and like Immunify in the future. We want to post our bounties there. Just having redundant audits also to ensure safety. Safety is number one concern for us. So we just want to make sure that the products we're putting out there are safe. And definitely invite white hat hackers to come and hack it if possible, and report bugs responsibly. And we will make sure that also, I guess this is somewhat confounding, but I would think more of hackathons as a way to build. So definitely come build on top of us. We will, have these hackathons where there will be prizes for you to build cool stuff on top of us, and also we'll have bug bounties. If white hat hackers want to hack, then they can point these out and be rewarded for it. So yeah, keep an eye out there. Awesome. So will there be rewards for testing the multi-mask wallet? So we're hosting a bug bounty program on our Discord. The type form for it is pinned in the product feedback channel. So if you find any bugs on the UI, just post them there. We're looking through the best ones and rewarding accordingly. This is really useful for our products. Makes us able to catch the bugs that are most useful to improve the user experience. So definitely happy to have these. Other than that, we're not doing any sort of airdrop or anything for these. So that's why the seed phrase doesn't really matter. But if you do find a bug, go on Discord, product feedback. It's pinned there, and you can essentially then get rewarded for. You can essentially then get rewarded for finding bugs and being a super user of our products. Okay, that's an easy one. Let's go to the next one. Will there be some form of incentivized structure similar to how Sushi was pre-Uniswap? This one's definitely very interesting, right? This one's definitely very interesting. So yes, we'll definitely have some form of token emissions, similar to Sushi, but we really don't like Sushi too much. Similar to other tokens, actually no, some tokens do get released all at once, and no promises there. But we're essentially still working through the design of this, so no promises on what that actually will look like in the future. We'll formally announce that. The only alpha I can drop is that we really like Uniswap, we really like Curve. We think those are long-term sustainable models for token design. Sushi is inflationary perpetually. I think something like 10% allocation goes to anonymous devs, one of them which already rugged the community. Definitely won't, not a huge fan of Sushi. They definitely did pioneer a lot of things, and they kind of forced Uni to come out with a token as well pretty quickly. We'll be looking at essentially the best in class, and how do we then bring that onto the market. So keep an eye out. The biggest alpha I can give is just look at Uniswap, look at Curve, potentially look at Solidly. That was a cool one too, and you'll see how our token might look in the future. Cool. A little bit more alpha. So someone asked about our NFT releases. So this is a little preview here. Are we launching NFTs? Sure, why not? They're just JPEGs. They're not going to hold any value. We're not going to sell them. But we want our ambassador programs and people that are part of our community to have an identity in this community, and potentially and likely add some utility to these NFTs later down the line. They can be access tokens, for example, for different features. And there's a lot of design space here in the NFT space, so keep an eye out for that. For now, we're just creating the avatars. We're looking to give them to all of our ambassadors. Now, keep in mind, NFTs are not going to be live until Aptos is live. So keep an eye out for that. It will be we'll be going live soon. For now, we can potentially just start assigning them, but keep in mind you're not going to get them until Aptos is live, as that will be when the NFTs will be able to exist. Here's a preview. It's one of the 10,000 randomized PFP projects. We think kind of like CryptoPunks in a way, right? Like Pontemites or Pontem Punk. So I like it. Thank you, Romo. Shout out to him for putting this together. Thank you, Vitaly. Shout out to him for organizing it. And excited to drop this into people. Hopefully we'll be seeing it in some people's profile pictures on Discord, Telegram, etc. And join our community. You'll get a free identity. We're also doing female ones, so even though there's male ones here, we're definitely working on female ones. Cool. This might be the last one. So, are you planning to promote your project in countries and regions where English is not good? Yes, definitely. We already have several local communities. Definitely recommend you go over to Pontem, the network. Here we can showcase where it is, but if you go here in the top, if you're in the YouTube live stream, if you go here in the top navigation bar, you can see communities. These are all the trusted communities. You know, if you go to one that's not this, definitely don't trust it. You know, there's a lot of scams out there, and we just want to make sure you have safe communities to speak your own channel, your own languages. On Discord, you can also self-select into your own local region or local language community. And yeah, we definitely want you to keep involved if you think there's any feedback or improvements on these. If you want to see more localized contests, more regional events, definitely let us know how we can do that. And yeah, we're happy to support our local communities here. So that's it for now. I see some questions in the chat, so I will go there. Awesome. Okay, I'll just go scroll up and answer some of these questions. These won't be in the blog, but they'll be in the replay. So, who do you think people will use your wallet? And then why will people use your wallet other than other wallets? What are the main features that you think will attract more users? So we'll be releasing a more detailed roadmap on the wallet. Don't want to drop too much alpha here on the main differentiators. Expect that first, just like a very simple, secure wallet. Safety is going to be our main priority and concern. So definitely audit it. And yeah, we're dreaming up some cool new features. You know, we just don't want to give the alpha to our competitors. So keep an eye out. We'll be releasing that relatively soon. You know, once the roadmap is in place and once we start building, we can start showcasing it. But for now, just expect a very simple, secure wallet where you can essentially interact with DeFi like Liquid Swap, send tokens, you know, potentially NFTs, but there's not a huge NFT market now in Aptos. But we really think DeFi would likely be first more likely use case at the onset, so we're aiming to support that as much as possible. So yeah, keep an eye out. It'll definitely be there soon. Okay, Miru, I'm really concerned about the motive behind why Pontem was built on Aptos of recent layer 1, such as Solana, including other smart contract-based protocols like Nomad. Cross-chain bridges have been exploited for millions of dollars. What assurance is Pontem giving myself and other prospective users that we can trust them and the Aptos to safeguard us from siphoning or loss of assets? Essentially, how did the partnership happen? Why choose Aptos and not other blockchains? And are we user safe in this protocol and blockchain? I don't want to end up like the aforementioned blockchain users. Yeah, that's definitely a really good question and a big concern. So to be honest, security should be everyone's main concern. There really shouldn't be, especially if your project that is fundraised, there really shouldn't be a reason why you're launching code that's unaudited. If you are launching code that's unaudited, you should have very clear disclaimers that it's not audited. You know, I mean, there's several layers to security, right? Generally, it seems like Solana at the consensus layer does have some reliability issues. There's an argument to be made there, whether that's safe or not. But a lot of these hacks happen layers above. So either at the business logic or the smart contract layer, you know, there's hacks. Essentially, what happened with Nomad was a bit of a silly mistake. It was even called out in the audit report. It was almost like outlined there. So that definitely, hopefully, will not happen here. You know, if we're doing double audits, if we're doing triple audits, if everything is audited and the auditors are recommending certain things, we'll definitely listen to them. It seems like that might have been an issue in the Nomad one. I would say generally the layer 1 seem to be pretty safe. The biggest concerns are these bridges or connections between them. There's definitely safe alternatives. You know, everybody thought Nomad was one. I still think the architecture is relatively sound. You know, that was just a silly, somewhat, silly, but it costs a lot of money. But I would check out some other innovative and safe bridging solutions like layer 0, for example. But this is not to say that there is no risk to this. The big disclaimer is that all of this stuff is experimental. There's a lot of risk. There's real funds at stake. Don't put anything that you're not comfortable losing entirely. Honestly, this is not financial advice. But yeah, this stuff is very dangerous, and we're just aiming to make it safer and more accessible for people. We picked Aptos because it is safe. Move itself has a lot of parameters that make it safer than Solidity. So we definitely want to make sure that we're building the safest things on the safest infrastructure possible, and that's our main consideration. But that's not to diminish the risk here, because there is a lot of risk in crypto, and those are real funds that are being lost. So definitely don't put in more that you can afford to lose. This stuff is, I would wait until several years of Lindy effect of these things being around and not getting hacked before you put in substantial amounts of money in. But again, never put in more that you can't afford to lose. This is not financial advice, but yeah, this stuff is dangerous. New layer ones, exotic assets are even more dangerous than Ethereum. That's why the risk profile is there, but on paper this stuff seems relatively safe. It's getting audited by various different entities, so just keep all of that in mind and stay safe. Try to stay safe as possible. Okay, I see more questions coming up from this one. On a scale of 0 to 1, what percentage would you consider your security to be important and attractive? Definitely 100%. We want that to be one of the main considerations. We don't want to launch anything that is not going to be safe unless there's huge disclaimers on it that it's not audited. And so generally our production ready apps, we'll post the audit reports too, so everybody knows that it's getting audited. But we're also aiming to have an experimentation sandbox, so that will have huge disclaimers that say hey, this thing is not safe. So definitely use it at your own risk. Okay, so yeah, I see people are explaining the Solana exploit. It wasn't at Solana, that's right. I'm gonna have to just go up. So I know I've been going down here, so I'm just gonna go up the list. All right, what are your present restraints? I understand there might be one or two things not going as they should. Is there any? If yes, what's the resolve around it? I don't know if I would call anything present restraints. We're on track to, our liquid swap, as you can see, it's already working. It's on DevNet, and we're pretty much on track to deliver things by day one when Aptos is live. So it's hard work. Our engineers are definitely working around the clock overtime to make everything work and safe and usable for everyone. So definitely keep an eye out as that launches, but you can see all our product progress on our sites. So definitely check out what's live now. It's live on DevNet. That stuff is real. Okay. Everyone knows that there are cases when DeFi is hacked or the provided liquidity stolen. What measures do you take to protect the platform from cyber attacks and security breaches? Yeah, so the first one is audits. We're auditing, listening to the auditors. They're the experts. We want to make sure we're even redundant in audits, doing several audits. That's definitely the best way to protect against this. And just several other implementations that make things safe. We're just aiming to be as safe as possible. So, obviously there's always going to be a risk, but we just want to make sure that everybody is safe, and we're doing the best that we can to protect everyone. So audits is the best way that we can. These are peer-to-peer systems. You're interacting with each other. These are open protocols, and real value is flowing through them. So you need to be careful. And what we're doing essentially audits, make sure that we're publishing has been audited, and we're aiming to have you only interact with audited stuff. And then when you are interacting with unaudited stuff, just putting big disclaimers that it's unaudited. So keep an eye out for that. What are your top priorities in 2022? Could you share some plans for the upcoming year? Which part of the project are you most focused on right now? How many killer features of your project make it ahead of the competitors? Could you tell us 2 to 3 features? So top priorities for 2022 is just to go live. Our liquid swap and our wallet is going to be vertically integrated. They're going to work really well together. So the tighter that integration is, the better. To be honest, the first features are going to be relatively simple, just the primitives that everyone is used to. And yeah, you'll definitely see more features coming out soon. Don't want to release too much alpha. We'll have a feature roadmap out for each of the projects. What is live now, you can expect those features to be live in mainnet, which would be coming by the end of the year. So that's our main focus, just going heads down and delivering the products that are already being tested, just iterating on them to make them better. But you can see the features available there. Relatively simple swaps and wallet, and we'll continue building on top of that and share out the feature roadmap on that soon. Just being cognizant that we don't want to release too much alpha to competitors, so keep an eye out there and we'll see. You just saw the mobile wallet. That's a big alpha drop, so yeah. Keep an eye out for that, just focusing on user experience and trying to make the best products possible for people to adopt this. Okay, AMMs are really cool, but you have to agree the biggest beneficiaries are not the liquidity providers or traders, but the arbitragers. I think we answered this one previously. Suffer from high gas fees, import execution, costing slippage and partial fills. How exactly does your liquid swap protocol hope to correct all these problems? I mean, these are inherent to just trading, right? There's definitely going to be impermanent loss. You can only build tooling around it to allow people to either hedge or manage this risk. AMMs are definitely profitable for liquidity providers, and they definitely have lower fees more often than centralized exchanges, potentially not the ones that are subsidizing fees, but just on paper, instant settlement of this ensures that there are lower fees across these. So yeah, I mean, some of this stuff is definitely unavoidable, but you can build tooling around it to minimize it. So the high gas fees, for example, you can link together transactions so that you're not paying high gas fees on common use cases. High gas fees should hopefully not be a big issue in a high throughput chain like Aptos. And yeah, we'll put tooling to make sure you know how much slippage you're putting in, that you're comfortable. So all this stuff can be addressed with tooling on top of the core protocols, but it's not so much the protocol itself that I guess can be fixed or has the issues. You just need to enable the right tooling for people to manage those risks. All right, let me see. I think we answered all of them in. Okay. Do you have audit certificates? Yeah, we're working on these, and once the audits are out, we will publish them and make them well known. We can talk about them more during these weekly calls. Potentially bring on some of the auditors to interview and talk about security. What they think about Move. Actually, that would be cool, given that Move has security features built in. They can let us know what they like about it, what they best like about it. Success of a project also depends on how large the community is. Do you have plans to spread awareness to both crypto users and non-crypto users in the world, especially non-English speaking countries? Okay, I think this one's repeat, but yeah, definitely want to make sure that we're a global project. Check our website. Top navigation bar lets you know which are safe, which communities are safe. Also, our official Discord has different channels there. We do plan collaborations, drop some alpha there earlier. I think that is it here. Let me scroll back down. Okay. Will it be possible to send or receive crypto by simply using an email or a crypto handle with your wallet? This doesn't sound super safe, so for now, no. But potentially, if there is some safe way to do it or some tool that allows it to simply do it safely, then potentially. But yeah, I would just caution connecting your crypto identity, which is public to the world, with some form of like personal identifiable information like your email or your handle. So I would just caution against that if you are using tooling that enables this. But yeah, I mean, if you feel comfortable, just create like an anon email or anon handle, and then that can be connected to your financial transactions on chain. Okay. What partnerships do we currently have? What qualities do you seek in a relationship? The only official partnership that's announced is essentially Aptos. You can check out the posts we have online in our resources section on this. Potentially one of our mods can just post it here, as I don't have it in front, or I can just look for it. Let's see, Aptos. Future of Pontim. Okay, you can check out this one. I believe it links out to the other ones, but this is a pretty useful one. So yeah, we're partnering with Aptos, as mentioned earlier. It's been super useful, especially on technical support. Alright, is your project local or global? Can you name one user services from anywhere in the world? Yes, global. Can you buy tokens now? No. No tokens. If you get offered tokens, they're definitely, it's fake or it's a scam. What are my contracts? The contracts are going to be essentially the simple bonding curve. It's an elegant design to enable trades or swaps, and yeah, that will be fully audited and live on Aptos soon. You can check out the DevNet version on liquidswap.com. Crypto markets currently experiencing a decline. This condition exacerbated by rising interest rates and inflation. People prefer to abandon risky assets. How do you convince new investors that your project will be useful in the future? I don't really like to think about prices or the market. I'm not taking a position either or. I'm generally of the position that crypto is either 0 or 1. It either works or it doesn't. And if it works, it's 1. And if it doesn't work, it's 0. So generally, I'm aiming for it to work. The prices so much are just a distraction, to be honest. We'll kind of put our heads down, continue building, no matter what the market says. For some, there are security considerations for pricing. You definitely want to make sure that you can be attacked through governance or proof of stake attacks. If your token is price is too low, people can easily take out loans and buy them up and use them to hack you. So there's definitely a consideration for security, but generally it shouldn't really matter on building stuff. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, we're not really tracking prices. Okay. Any plans to make short feature like other DEX Pontem network? I'm not entirely sure I understand this one. If it means like a demo or like I see, like maybe like a demo or video. Yeah, why not? It'll take funds and some resources, but we should definitely do a demo. Maybe it'll just be a little bit more homegrown. Me recording myself speaking and doing it. Potentially do some cool graphics around it, but yeah, that's a good idea. We should definitely do that. Okay, awesome. I'll just quickly check, make sure there's any questions on Twitter. Okay. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. So, all right. Well, that's 45 minutes. That's pretty good. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. All right.